श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। जय माँ आद्य काली, जय श्री बमा केपा, जय श्री श्यामा केपा, जय श्री प्रवीण राधाकृष्ण। महेश्वरी महाकाली महाग्रासा महाचना अपर्णा चण्डिका चण्डमुण्डासुरनिषूदिनी क्षराक्षरात्मिका सर्वलोकेशी विश्वदारिणी त्रिवर्गदात्री सुबका त्रयम्बका त्रिगुणात्मिका स्वर्गापवर्गदा शुद्धा जपा पुष्पनिभाकृतिः ओजोवती द्युतिधरा यज्ञरूपा प्रियव्रता दुराराध्या दुरादर्शा पाटली कुसुमप्रिया महती मेरुनिलया मन्दारकुसुमप्रिया वीराराध्या विराट्रूपा विरजा विश्वतोमुखी प्रत्यक्रूपा पराकाशा प्राणदा प्राणरूपिणी मार्तण्डभैरवाराध्या मन्त्रिणी नस्त्यराज्यदूः त्रिपुरेशी जयत्सेना निस्त्रैगुण्या परात्परा. So, I don't know where to begin. This shloka that I sang now, I did not plan it. As I sat now just to record this video, I wanted to start with Kali and I started from this paragraph and then it lands with Martanda Bhairava. Gurunatha. There is something called as a human design and I realized that I'm a, what do they say? A reflector. Apparently, I think around less than 1% of the world population are reflectors, and I'm a reflector, and we are basically based on moon cycles. So every time there is a Paurnami, there is a slaughter. This time my Gurunatha gave one. He's basically a Smashana Kali Sadhaka. So 2 days I was in Smashana, and earlier I used to be like that warrior, after my child's birth I felt that there was a lot of softness, a lot of bhakti, a lot of bhava, that the complete soft hridaya, the heart center opened too much, and I wasn't able to come back into that, what do I say, but now it has come to such an extent that I started questioning myself, and my Gurunatha gave one blow. And it took me 2 days to recover, 2 days to understand. So the point about Kali, Ma Kali is, we are speaking about Adya Mahakali, who my Gurunatha is doing the Pratishtha, and he has given us the mantras and all that. So when we speak about Adya Mahakali, she is that form of energy who is the most transcendental, like it's very difficult to explain in words because it's more on how we embody the deity, like the Kameshwarastra. If you have seen my videos, earlier videos based on the Lalitha Sahasranama, the start, how Lalitambika comes, the Lalitopakyanam explanations that I have been giving, and why I keep talking about Kali is because Kali is one deity. If you speak about some other deity, she is not going to stay. She will immediately leave. There is a very so she's actually put tidbits of her in some of the human emotions and feelings as well, so that we understand a little bit of the human tendencies that are very true. That's how Prakriti is, right? And the person who has created, a little bit of that creator energy is there in all of us, right? So if there is an empress, if there is a human being who has so much to give, okay, and imagine like she's the best in everything she does. And if someone comes and tells her that for me, I have a preference to go and ask to that person for this, but she is a master in it. She knows she's a master, and the person who has come to her also knows that she's a master. Won't you say that, don't come to me, I will not do anything for you from now on? Won't you push that person away? Especially now, think about Kali, Ma Kali. And the Rupam that we are speaking is Adya Mahakali, which means the primordial force. When there are a lot of inner concepts that will come as we go. I never planned for this video, and I don't know if in this video I'm going to say that also, because nothing happens as per my plan. I see so many of you who are interested to learn Lalitha Sahasranamam, but I have no clue why Amba started talking through me about Lalitha Sahasranama, because the deity whom I am worshipping is Adya Mahakali. If I am not going to talk about Kali, she is not going to stay. That was the hit. So I kept on asking her. I was literally like, I was that fighter. You made me feel that soft, mushy thing, and I became so compassionate and so soft. Now you again want me to become the, the Ugra form of myself, where that warrior Shakti was there, where that Empress Shakti was there, and you're. Why should we change? Exactly like how we are talking about Kama Sanjeevani, right? Why should you simply kill Kama and then again resurrect him? So something like that is happening in my own life. And I was just wondering why Adya Mahakali, she was the one who gave the idea to start the video about Lalitambika. It was not my idea. So when I was telling her, why are you putting me through such harsh things? I don't know about Kali Sahasranama. So far in my life, I have only studied about Lalita Sahasranama. And for every video that I'm speaking, I'm talking that Adya Kali, who has come as Lalitambika, it is Ma who has come as Lalitambika, it is Bhairava who has been the base and who has been the Chitagni Kunda. Still, you want to run away from me. What is happening? And in multiple instances and in my Gurunatha's video, it became very, very clear. So, the very reason why I even realized that I am putting these videos is you are all going to be the witness of my discussions that are happening within myself and Amba. This is a discussion that is happening within me. This is a churning that is happening within me. So this, I will also like to tell you from a very young age, the concepts, I haven't gone running behind the concepts. So if you are trying to compare my podcast, my videos with any kind of podcast or any kind of person who is very exponentially giving lectures, it will not be like that. It is a complete free-flowing, unadulterated, raw information that comes to me only when I speak. I will tell you about this. This is there in Lalitha Sahasranama as well. Today, when I was trying to talk to her, she gave me the points and said, this is what is happening in your life. So I went and told my Gurunatha that, Gurunatha, there are so much of concepts in me, but only when I'm along with people who can listen, it comes out. There are so many concepts that are there in me, but when I keep contemplating, it's still raw, okay? It is still not fully understood. But when I start talking, that is when there is clarity. There is a beautiful revelation that happens at that moment, because the talking tongue is not that of mine. The talking tongue is that of, it is hers. That is why there will be a lot of, I think Gurunatha understanding what I'm saying, because he knows it, right? In his recent video also, he had said whatever he had posted in this video is a growth, is almost like his evolution that has happened. So now I understand when what Gurunatha has gone through and why he had asked me to start talking in a channel. I am talking about Kali. I am talking about Kali, and she made sure that I'm talking only about her. It was her own Leela that she put me through. She gave one slap. She said, go to Smashana and all that. And then now she is saying, you know why I did this? Come, I'll tell you. So majority of you who are asking if I will be taking classes about Lalitambika, I have no clue. Today's video was not destined or decided by me, okay? So whatever is, this is the reason why I'm putting videos. I don't even know if I'm used as any channel for your growth. I'll also tell you one thing what happened. So there have been multiple instances in my life where earlier, in even my 3-year-old videos have all come out when I have been with people, I have been surrounded with people. I discuss my concepts vocally, verbally, and then it forms as a video. So when I was trying to contemplate why this is happening, this is how Kali energy works. And if you are asking, you are talking about Kali, why you are talking about Lalitha Sahasranamam, I am not saying from the perspective that all Amba are her only. It is not just that, okay? We are talking about Adya Mahakali, which is the most, if you have to give a Rupam, the immediate Rupam that is given to Parabrahmam is Adya Mahakali. Why we say that is because that is the most rawest form. What do you feel when you see Kali? Most of the South Indians are not exposed to Raudra form of devotion. In fact, There are multiple leelas that has happened, and that has led me to start contemplating about why I even started doing Lalita Sahasranam. So many of you have appreciated me. I thank you. I thank the opportunities that have been given to me to share. I thank my Gurunatha. I thank Bombay sisters from whom I have learnt Lalita Sahasranamam. I thank Ma Kali among all. I thank her. She has put me through. I'm actually angry, but I'm also in a state of bliss. I have been only thinking about her this 5 days, and it has been the most liberating thing. The laughs that I have had, it is typically like attahas. My throat started to pain after I started laughing hysterically. The amount of maya, the reason that she's having the khadga is cutting off that maya. Once you start going higher in this path, the maya will be so strong. She's the Ishwari of Tirodhana Karishwarar. We need to remember that her Maya is super strong. So it is very important that we often keep cutting. She helps us cut the Maya through the Khadga. So whatever requests that you have been placing to me, may you please place at Amba's feet, Mata Kali. Every comment, if possible, try to put Kalima in the beginning and Kalima in the end. Let us see if she is the deciding factor behind anything that I'm doing in this channel, because I have no clue. In fact, like I mentioned, this is actually an exercise for myself. I'll tell you what happened yesterday. I There was a concept that while doing the japa, suddenly few concepts started coming in, and I was hysterically laughing. And I got a nimitta. There are thousands of thoughts that keeps flowing, right? At one aspect, I was standing for a very long time. I kept coming back to the same concept again and again, and I got a nimitta, which means a lizard, or sometimes Amba puts flowers, sometimes the lizard speaks. So some kind of nimittas, they do show up, saying, now you're in the right track, okay, or now whatever was the thought that crossed is what I want you to start building on. And I had a beautiful laugh after all that. Within like fraction of seconds, within for me to note what I want to uh, talk about, the thought that had passed, it flipped, and she took it away. Till now, she has not told me what has come. So or the transcendent word above other lower stages of speech, known as Pashyanti, Madhyama, and Vaikari. Pratyakchiti Rupa, who is the form of consciousness tuned inward when the reality is unmanifest in dissolution. Pashyanti, who is Pashyanti or speech, is the inaudible stage. Paradevata, who is Paradevata, the object of supreme devotion. Madhyama, who is Madhyama or speech, in the middle stage, it is an external expression. Vaikari Rupa, who is Vaikari, the uttered audible speech. Bhakta Manasa Hamsika, who is swan sprouting in the Manasa lake of her devotee's mind. This is the reason why I'm making videos. Madhyama Vaikari Rupa Bhakta Manasa Hamsika. I'm reading from some random site. I just opened it now. Okay. So my videos will be raw. If you need more detail, I have not prepared what I wanted to speak. Because, like I said, I have told multiple times on this video, this is how it is happening. So whatever points she just put me on my head, I had made a note of it because I want her to speak and not to make this like a video where I will create some uh, text and then I will talk on that. That doesn't happen for me. It has not worked out for me that way. When I sit for meditation, the concepts come. Okay. When I start contemplating on it, it becomes thoughts. When those thoughts manifest as vak, that stays in the jiva. Otherwise, as thoughts, we have multiple thoughts, and in our multiple thoughts, we won't be able to grasp the subtlest of the subtlest and hold them as concepts. Most of them will be secrets, and I don't know. She's allowing me to speak those secrets. We don't even know if these videos will be in YouTube for a longer time. I don't know when she will say block this. Okay. So Gurunatha often says the tongue has to keep rolling. We have no choice. When we are in the sadhana of Kali, Mata Kali, And Kali Vidya is very unusual. She gives knowledge which is very transcendental, which is not the orthodox knowledge, which just like how Kalidasa's story, that is true for all Kali sadhakas, the realizations that they get from the deeper states of meditation. So, in Lalita Sahasranamam, which is actually none other than the primordial Shakti. Actually, when my Gurunatha speaks, he speaks among the Dasamahavidyas. When we are talking about Dasamahavidyas, Mahakali is like the Guru. From her, all the other 9 Shaktis come. From Mahakali is the Guru Mahavidya, and from her, the other 9 Mahavidyas come. In that, Shodasi, she has Rajashyamala and she has Varahi as their Dwarapalakas. Then imagine who Shodasi is, who is the depiction of Lalitambika, Rajarajeshwari, Kamakshi. She has multiple names, okay? It's the same form. Now, above her, so when we say above her, it is subtler, okay? Subtler is Matara and subtlest is Mahakali. Now, when we speak about Adya Mahakali, it is the most subtlest form. The reason why I'm saying this is I kept on asking her, you were the one who asked me to do Lalitambika. Now, so many people are asking me about Lalitha Sahasranamam. How can I deny or how can I go towards this? Why have you put me in such a trouble? Actually, my idea was Kali Sahasranama. I wanted to put that in a tune. Now, everybody after listening to my tune about Lalita Sahasranama, which is there already in YouTube, so many people have sung it. Again, they say that they like Lalita Sahasranama. And I'm like, why are you sending me people like this and asking me for classes and all that? You are the one who is asking me to do video on Lalita Sahasranamam. You are the one who is telling me that it is Kali. You are the one who says, I will run away if you talk about other deities. What is going on? Why are you putting me in this, mixed, confused state? And then she gave me. Now, if you see Shri Chakra, okay,
चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोः नवभिरभिमूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुतलकलाश्रत्रिवलयत्रिरेकाभिः शार्दं तव चरणकोणाः परिणता.
This is a shloka from Saundarya Lahari. There might be spelling mistakes, there might be grammatical errors, there might be pronunciation mistakes. The one who is talking is Lalitambika. The one who is talking is Kali. Okay? So, what they speak about here is about the dimensions of Shri Chakra. So, in Shri Chakra, if you look the formation, there are multiple meanings one can derive, okay, from a Shri Chakra. When you actually see the final form, when you put Shri Chakra in a 3-dimensional form, that is called Meru, Mahameru. When you actually see in the top, the Mahameru will be like this. Okay, there will be a triangle and there will be the Bindu. That center Bindu point is supposed to be the Sumeru Madhya Shringastha Shrimannakaranaika. Sumeru Madhya Shringastha Shrimannakaranaika Chintamani Grihantastha Panchabhrahmasana Sthita Mahapadmatavi Samstha Kadamba Vanavasini Sudasagara Madhyastha Kamakshi Kamadayini. She's putting everything by herself. This also I did not plan. So in the center is where, if you actually see Kali Mahakali's yantra, it is just the triangle. Okay, it says as you keep rising. Now, how I'm saying this again, so how it happens is, I'm not able to explain the clear process of how Amba gives tidbits. Okay, so over 5 days, all of these tidbits have been put inside my head. So suddenly I was like, Nirvana Sukadayini Nitya Shodashika Rupa Shri Kanthartha Saririni. Nirvana Sukadayini. What is Nirvana Sukadayini? She just likes to be naked. So when we start trying to communicate in a language that doesn't understand the Sanskrit, Tamil, and those nitty-gritties, it just simply gets translated as naked. Nirvanam is not naked. It is the most transcendental form. Now, if you see, how does the primordial form like to be? The primordial form likes to be herself, which is
ನಿರಾಧಾರ ನಿರಂಜನ ನಿರ್ಲೇಪ ನಿರ್ಮಲ ನಿತ್ಯ ನಿರಾಕಾರ ನಿರಾಕುಲ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ನಿಷ್ಕಳ ಶಾಂತ ನಿಷ್ಕಾಮ ನಿರುಪಪ್ಲವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಿಕಾರ ನಿಷ್ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ನಿರಾಶ್ರಯ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶುದ್ಧ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬುದ್ಧ ನಿರವಧ್ಯ ನಿರಂತರ ನಿಷ್ಕಾರಣ ನಿಷ್ಕಳಂಕ ನಿರುಪಾದಿರ್ನಿರೀಶ್ವರ ನೀರಾಗ ರಾಗಮದನಿ ನಿರ್ಮದ ಮದನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಶ್ಚಿಂತ ನಿರಹಂಕಾರ ನಿರ್ಮೋಹ ಮೋಹನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ಮಮಾ ಮಮತಾ ಹಂತ್ರಿ ನಿಷ್ಪಾಪ ಪಾಪನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಷ್ಕ್ರೋಧ ಕ್ರೋಧ ಶಮನಿ ನಿರ್ಲೋಭ ಲೋಭನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಶಂಶಯ ಸಂಶಯಗ್ನಿ ನಿರ್ಭವ ಭವನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಕಲ್ಪ ನಿರಾಬಾಧ ನಿರ್ಭೇದ ಭೇದನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ನಾಶ ಮೃತ್ಯುಮದನಿ ನಿಷ್ಕ್ರಿಯ ನಿಷ್ಪರಿಗ್ರಹ ನಿಸ್ತುಲ ನೀಲಚಿಕುರ ನಿರಭಾಯ ನಿರತ್ಯಯ ದುರ್ಲಭ ದುರ್ಗಮ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದುಃಖಹಂತ್ರಿ ಸುಖಪ್ರದ.
she likes to be completely left in her own state. Now, why she is taking all these rupams? It's like, um, the most comfortable attire for a woman when she is at home, she'll be very comfortable, right? In her own nightie, in her own loose t-shirts and stuff. That will be her comfort wear. That comfort wear is for Amba being in her Nirakara Swarupam, in her most transcendental form. Nirvana Sukadayini, that is what is Nirvana Sukadayini. Now, because she is coming in a form that is understandable to us, that is digestible to us, that all of us are able to see, appreciate, and go towards her. For that, she is taking a Rupam. That Rupam is for us. But her most lovable thing, her most natural thing that is very easy for her, that is very beautiful for her, and if you want to feel her in the fullest state, is that of Nirakara. There is no form. The formless is what she is most comfortable in, just like how we wear it to compare, okay, for us to easily understand. Nirvana Sukadayini, she's very happy there. So I was saying, okay, so you want to be very happy there, so you put us through so much of Maya. So some people who had come and commented in my video had spoken that you are talking about Panchakritya Parayana as Amba. It is given in Shiva. Shiva is the one who plays with Amba. Shiva is the one who is the Maya, who is the Tirodhana Karishwaran and all that. I'll tell you one thing. Whoever you believe, please go in that path and believe. I'll tell you why. After coming here and watching these videos, I understood how Gurunatha says that this will stay in the Jiva. Once you listen to this, it's very difficult to undo. You may forget, but it is very difficult to undo from your subconscious mind. Because what is spoken here, what is discussed here, is the Vak and the Vani of Kalima. We all know Kalima, the thing that she is known for is her lolling tongue. So this will sit in your Jiva. The least thing that as Leela, what she does, we can see this in as a mother. If we have all nourished the children, it is very easy for a mother to get her me time, especially if the mothers are a very creative people. They like to have their me time, they like to do something on their own. So what will they do? If the child keeps on calling mama 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 mama, what will we do? We will put something that will keep the child occupied and we will do our work, right? So Mata Kali is very busy creating multiple universes, and we know about her creation, how beautiful it is. Whatever is there which you can physically see as kshetras is there inside your body. The most transcendental form is that of Kali. And when you are coming to my page and you are saying that that this Lord is the Parabrahma Rupam, that Lord is the Parabrahma Rupam, I will tell you one thing. All she wants is to put you, give you something to occupy yourself, fight about, and be yourself. Okay? She will run away creating universes. She will take the me time and she will run away. Okay? So, again, the knowledge is also a Maya. So, I have been fighting with her saying, you are giving me knowledge. And I'm like, wow, Amma, this is so beautiful. Knowledge is so beautiful. How beautiful you are. And you are putting me under Maya that I want to experience more of this knowledge. Enough. I want you. Sometimes the knowledge says, these are also there, sometimes, this knowledge is also Amba, this experience is also Amba, this is also Amba, that is also Amba. So we keep collecting experiences, we keep collecting so many things and keeping for us and say, we are happy there. We are not rising above. That is why I keep saying her khadga is very fierce. For us to transcend through these stages and go beyond the illusion, when we say the most, can we all compare ourselves to Mahadeva? He's the most transcended form who is always meditating on Mahadya, and on him, she has put wheel. She has put the wheel of illusion, the Tirodhanam. She's such a grand orchestrator and the architect. And who are we to now? The moment that we are able to come out of this Maya and call for her all the time, saying, Amma, enough, enough. You are Vidya, Vidya Swarupini, Vidya, Avidya Swarupini. You are both. I can know only certain things. You are above that. You are beyond that. You can be anything. And I cannot bring you to the subtle, even your most subtlest form is too much for us. How can we rise beyond and above a physical body? In this physical body, whatever is possible, it is beyond a comprehension. So please don't come. If you believe your deity is the most supreme, please go ahead with that. Don't keep fighting, not just for me. And I'm not going to be bothered about you coming and fighting or doing anything, because none of what I'm doing here is with the intention that it is going to help anybody. I don't know anything. My Gurunatha told, speak, I'm speaking. Amba says, speak, I'm speaking. That is all I know. That is the only thing I know. And that is the only thing I will keep doing as well. I don't even know what will be the next video. In my previous video, I said, Shamala is going to come. All the concepts that was there in my head as a structure is all broken. That's why I'm saying, when you see my videos, I don't know what is going to come out of me. Many people say that Lalitha Sahasranamam came from this temple called Tiruniyachul, where there is Lalita Parmeshwari and all that. There is a huge kshetram in Tamil Nadu, which is the Mukti Kshetram. In fact, for the south, there is only one Mukti Kshetram, Mukti Sthalam, which is to Kanchi Kamakshi. So, Kanchi Kamakshi is a temple which is said that in the south, this is the only Mukti Sthalam that is in south. And that's why if you see a lot of Shankaracharyas, a lot of activities have happened here. So, you might all have known about this story where Adi Shankaracharya had come to Kanchi and he found that the Devata, the worship, was more of a Kaulachara path, which was more about Kali. But the Bhaktas who were there did not understand and know how to channel their devotion towards her. They did it for the fact of using it on some prayohas and most tantric rituals. Rather than focusing on devotion and understanding the deity and being in her service or being the deity, spreading the word, living, breathing deity, they could not embody that. But they took advantage of her, just like how Kamakya Pitam is. In fact, I don't find any difference between Kamakya Pitam and Kamakshi. Both the deities are exactly the same. What is Kamakya is almost Kanchi. It's a very beautiful way how it has manifested in my body, which I cannot reveal in the video. But definitely Kamakya and Kanchi have a lot in common. So because the worship, I told you, right, if Kali Mata doesn't like, so this has happened many times in our history, in our Indian history. Now what I'm talking is all history. Adi Shankara and all have lived in our time periods, right, very recently, not like ancient Puratanamana stories. It is it is history of India. So when Adi Shankara had come, he had done the Pratishta of the Sri Chakra, okay, and he had brought the deity as Tripura Sundari, the subtler Shodasi version. I told you, like from the transcended state, for Amba, it is like coming lower and lower and lower. Lower in the sense from her transcendental state. She is coming down for us to give Kamyartha Bhakti. Now, if you go to Kali Mata and say, ask for Kamyartha Bhakti, especially the version that Gurunatha is doing the puja for, the Adya Mahakali, she doesn't have any Abhaya Varada Mudra. Enough. You have come to Kali Yuga. Why simply go asking deities? So again, there was a revelation today. I was talking to Amba saying, one thing, People has to come to you for who you are, ma. They are going behind so many things in this life. They are behind so much of your maya. They have to come to you only for you. Why should they come asking something in return from you? Why are they expecting some energy exchange from you? Why are they asking that I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and come to you? I'm also asking for something. I'm asking for oneness with you. I'm asking to be with you. I'm asking for you. Whereas they are asking for something from you, which is different. I hate the concept when it is coming to something like asking from the deity. The moment I said that, I caught myself. Oh my God, my Gurunatha had said, make a list of things that is Grina. Grina is another name of Kali. So he says, if there is a hate energy, now did you see the energy transition that happened? How I spoke a few seconds back, that energy will keep the womb open for you to come again and be the person who is going to ask for something from Amba. Kamyartha Vishyam. It will be something because Amba says, everything is my creation. Brahma Kita Janani Varnashrama Vidayini. She is the mother of the creator's creator. And she's also the mother of the spineless worm, which is supposed to be the lowliest creature. The lowest creature in this world is the Puru, Keetam, which is worm. Worm is there in things that are decaying and composting. You see worms, right? She is the mother of the worms. Why we say that if we want to go in the path of moksha, that we need to take Kali's thing is again Kamyartam. You see, why should I take Kali's form? So the khadga that she holds will keep cutting off the Mahamaya, that she is the grand orchestrator. I told you, right? She will put you through so many lifetimes again and again, again and again. Go, keep fighting. If you want to say Amba is the biggest thing, so many kalpas have gone by. So many kalpas. Kalpa kalpa koti varshamainal tavam seyyum annayam. Ambal has come and did kalpa kalpa koti varsha tapas. Then where are we to say? While she was doing tapas, we will all be with her only, no? Roaming around her, talking about her, thinking about her. We would all been doing the same thing. In one Janma, I would have spoken that only Krishna is the highest. In one Janma, I would have spoken that only Narasimha is the highest. In one Janma, I would have spoken only Shiva is the highest. In one Janma, I would have spoken only Allah is the highest. There have been so many births, enough. Don't put me into those dialogues again and leave you. I won't leave you. I will be that adamant child who will keep crying only for you. Enough of the experience that you have given me. Thank you. Thanks for all the blessings and all the emotions that you have poured towards me. Now I need you, not what you give me. I need you. I need you. I need you. I need only you. Come. The very reason why we say Mata Kali will be the one who will transcend and take you inside of her is because that is when we will break this duality and go. What is this duality? Now when we say Raga Dveshadi Rahita Ramaniya Hridaya Viditam, there is likes, dislikes, there is hate, there is love, there is that is called duality. Irumaihalukku appal. So how is Amba? She is Anuvirkanuvai Appalik Appalai. She is the tiniest of the tiniest, and she is the grandest of the grandest, biggest of the biggest. She can be anything. And anything and everything is her. She can be the dirtiest. She can be the purest. I love being in Madisar. I love. It's not that on traditional days I wear Madisar. I love Madisar. In 24/7 I can be in Madisar. I love Madisar. I love jeans. I also love shorts. I can be this and I can be that. I can love like nobody can love. I can hurt like nobody can hurt. It is all emotions. Now even when we talk about emotions, how much of our emotions are we really accepting? We like the good part of us, but when someone comments something about us, are we really accepting it? Are we really saying, yeah, that is also me, yeah, this is also me? How accepting are we? These are all the tinier and subtler aspects. When we start talking about Ma Kali, we will understand. So she says, you like me in the most resplendent form, when I'm very beautiful, when I'm angry, and when I'm in my most gora form, drinking blood. I will kill you. I'm coming and threatening. Will you still see me and say, what do I say? I'm in my most ugra form. Will you come at that form? Look at me. I'm shouting and I'm fighting with you. At that form, will you come and tell me that I look beautiful? I look pretty. I'm fighting with you. In that form, will you come and say I look pretty and you will do whatever you want for me? That is holding, like that is the Adara, right? That is why Bhairava is coming and saying that I will be the Adara for you, Devi. And she says, give me more. She's saying that. Gurunatha often says that Kali Mata is not a, oh, I stepped on my husband. No. He says, give me more. She was the only one who was able to give me Adara. That's not enough for me. I am more. She's in that state. So many women have now gone to that state. Going forward, I think it's going to be even more. If Bhairava Adara is not there, when Bhairava is giving Adara, Kali Mata is like that. When Bhairava Adara is not there, we don't know what is going to happen. So coming back to Kanchi, Kanchipuram has been the kshetram where Lalita Sahasranamam have actually come out. So it is not Lalita Tirumiyachur Lalita Parameshwari. It is believed that Kanchipuram has been there since ages. So there can be multiple versions of the stories, and if you are going to go behind telling me that I am quoting from a wrong source, you will again be missing mother. Mother will put you in some discussions. You will be fighting with the people. You will miss her. So just understand that the focus is how we go to her. The focus is not on how much of the information that I'm giving you, how much of explanation that I'm giving you. The focus is never about pronunciation. The focus is always about holding to her, holding to her, holding to her, holding to her. It is this Kanchipuram is the place where Hayagriva had given the Upadesham for Agastya and Lopa. Lopa Mudrarchita Leela Klipta Brahmanda Mandala. So it is believed that it is in Kanchipuram where Lopamudra and Agastya are getting the Upadesha from Hayagriva. So, and if you see in Adi Kanchi, the Kanchipura Kshetram Adi Kamakshi temple, the form of Amba is Chaturbhujam and she has Kapala, like how Kali Mata had. There have been a lot of invasions that happened in this temple, because of which the Bangaru Kamakshi, which is the Swarna Kamakshi, and the troubles, that Bangaru Kamakshi had been taken away and now she is in Tanjavur, near I think Karur, where that temple is there. Bangaru Kamakshi temple, also called as Swarna Kamakshi temple, and that there is another form of Kamakshi. So if you see, it is I have observed that Kali Mata, Kali worshippers love Raja Shamala. And if you see in Shodasi's temple, Kamakshi Amman temple, the Dwarapalakas are Raja Shamala and Varahi Devi. So in Lalita Sahasranamam also this comes. And if you go deeper in Lalita Sahasranamam, it is the most transcendent form. Now, if you are watching my channel and asking for Lalita Sahasranamam, if you are able to see from the perspective, from the lens, that we want to go to the subtlest, the highest version, which is Adya Mahakali, we will be able to go deeper, go understand who Lalitambika is. I am not able to commit anything and say I'm going to do this. I have lost the faith that I can do that. It is under her control. And my tongue will keep rolling. It is to say that, okay, so I was about to say the story, so I have to cut and paste now. In the north, many times what had happened, this is how Mata Kali is. So when I say that if my tongue doesn't keep rolling and talking about Kali, she will quickly run away. The reason is because she has done this multiple times in physical realms. So how about astral realms? How about thoughts? I am like nowhere near. So what has happened? There has been a person called Anand Thakur, and this is a time after Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsar. In Anand Thakur's dream, there is a very specific order from Kali Mata about a specific vigraha in a river. So this person, he follows the path and he goes, and when nobody is there, he finds a vigraha and he brings home. He is having multiple visions back to back on how to pray Amba, and I think after 3 or 4 days or few weeks, she says, "I want to go back. Put me back in the Ganges." I have had I don't know if I can say, but I have had similar visions around 12 years back, And when my Gurunatha spoke about the story, I was like, oh my god. So many of you, I sense that are having these goosebumps, and you come and tell me that whatever I'm speaking is making sense to you. She's the one who's talking. That's why it is making sense to you. It's not my physical presence. It is maybe my physical presence, but it's her astral presence that is talking to you. So it was a fat moment for me while watching my Gurunatha's videos. There were so many revelations, and one among which was about Kali. So Mata Kali had come in the form of Adya Kali, and she said, "This is not the way I want to be worshipped," and she went back and she fell in the Ganges. Similarly, she has played a trick where she was worshipped by the tantrics who were using her for prayogas, who were using her energy for prayogas. Similarly, even today, I don't know how many people do the prayogas in Ma Kamakya temple. So Kanchi and Kamakya are very close, very similar from the name, from the deity, from the history. So there are so many intricate details which are weaving together about Kanchi and Kamakya, which I cannot openly talk in this video. I'm not allowed to talk. It is very evident. Like, I'm not able to speak about it. Another trick that she played was Kalidasa. This was the doubt I wanted to ask my Gurunatha. So, Kalidasa, my Gurunatha says often that, Kali Mata is there with you only when you are in that most subtlest form, which means it's like a, how to put it in words? You will not be here. You will be floating somewhere. But at the same time, you won't fail in your duty. You won't fail in your responsibility. Many times when we hear Krishna Bhakta stories, when Kali is there, Krishna has to come, right? So the first thing that is coming up to me is about this Bhakta in Pandarpur. She is this little girl who had no mother, no father, and she was raised by Namadevar, and her name is Janabai. So Janabai does all the work, household work, and in those days there were no machines, right? So she used to have a lot of work, and Namadevas in their house, they used to feed a lot of devotees. So the cooking will be almost like a constant chore. And when Janabai cooks, Janabai, puts the cow dung into cakes so that can be used for cooking as a fuel. So Janabai says, Krishna, every time she puts the cow dung in the as a round, like as circles for drying, she says Vittala, 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 and then whenever we break that cow dung cakes, it says Vittal, Vittal, Vittal. That is the level of devotion. It doesn't mean that she half time doesn't cook. Being in Krishna Katha, she doesn't cook. And even in cases where things have happened like that, there is a famous story of Sena Naik. He's a barber, and he was working for the king. So a majority of his work will get completed in the morning, and he will come to his home and be in full time prayers. And generally, when you are a king's person, you will be rewarded with a lot of money, right? So he had a lot of money as well. Looking at this, there were a lot of people who were jealous about Sena Naik. So what happens at that point? Sena Naik, one day there is a Bhagavan Purapad, which means the god is coming in the streets. Like how we say, I don't know the English word for it, sorry. Purapad is the god comes out of the temple in Utsava Murti. The I don't know Hindi, I don't know how to put this in English. So they call Shriveli in Malayalam, and they call Utsavam. The god comes out. So at that time, a lot of chanting and all that happens. It's a very common thing in I have seen in South India. So at that point, he says, and he gets into Vittala, Vittala, Vittala Nama, and he completely forgets that it's an important day, and he has to go for the king's thing. The king has a very important meeting, and he's the king's hairdresser, the personal hairdresser. So he will have work every day. He has to go before the king is there, and he has to finish the work. On that day, when he has forgotten in the Vittala Nama, Vittala goes, instead of Sena Nayak, Vittala goes and he engages himself as though he is Sena Nayak. He goes to the king, he does the massage, and king is like, wow, Senanayak, what has happened to you today? I'm feeling goosebumps in my body. Something is happening. And Senanayak doesn't realize that the person who has come to do the hairdressing today was Krishna. So that's how God comes and fills up. If the bhakti has gone to that extent, God, Krishna, who's Kali, comes and does so much of work for all of us. In the sense, it's their karunyam, right? It's their karunyam. There are so many stories. If you look at Pandurangan Charitram, my heart lies in the Krishna Bhakti time period where I have there. Panduranga is the most active deity. Like readily he is coming to help, and readily he is coming to give darshan. Readily he is ready to hug all his devotees, and the karunyam that he has, compassion. So the one that I'm so while we were talking about there have been so many topics and everything is half finished. So when I was talking about why go to Adya Mahakali, we need to understand that so when we are talking about Kanchi, it was actually a Kali Kshetra which she decided to be hidden, and then it became a very Saumya Kshetra where we still don't know what is Saumya. There are still things that are hidden, and we may not never know what is hidden unless she chooses to reveal herself. So Adi Shankara, he came and he had done the Meru Pratishta, and he had put all the Shakti of Amba in the Meru Pratishta, and no more tantric worships in the sense of offering meat or alcohol is happening in Kamakshi temple. I don't know when Kalima is going to be her year, right? So when she chooses, we don't know how things are going to come. But this is the reason, majority of the reason. And so many of us in South India, I realize, we know Lalitha Sahasranamam, and we are not prayers of Kali Mata like how it is in the north. So one of the reason that she has probably wanted to want me to talk on Kali could also be that Lalitambika is none other than the most understandable version of Kali. But the higher you rise and the higher we are ready to take in her energy, you can see that she's Kali. Kali is operating everywhere. If you have the eye, put the glass, Kali glass, Kali. When we are crossing the duality, when I say that I accept there will be devotees who will ask you for money, who will ask you for laukika kamangal, that is also fine. People who ask you for moksha is also fine. People who don't come to you is also fine, because they are all your creations, and you have chosen to keep yourself visible for few people, visible as Kamadhenu for few people, invisible for others. So everything is perfectly fine. And the moment I understood that my hate is there, which was a very strong emotion that was there, I just made a note of it. Gurunatha, I have this hate. Gurunatha, I feel that my bhakti is superior. Gurunatha, my ego is killing, my ego is shooting. Please, Bhairava, please take care. Bhairava sitting on the throat, drink the poison, drink this venomous churning. I think I'm giving you a hint for the next video. We don't know what is going to be the next video, but yes, that is there. So in the play about Kalidasa, you know what she has done? We don't know. I keep asking Amba that what is the point of having mukti? She keeps sending people again and again. I'll tell you how. So there is this song about Raghavendra Swami. दीनजनप्रियं गानरसपूर्णं प्रह्लादावतारं चिन्तितरूपं. And I was like, what? Prahlada Avatarama? Raghavendra is Prahlada's Avataram, which means we say that Bhakti's hero, Bhakti's Nayaka, Bhakti's Chakravarti, the Raja of Bhakti is Prahlada, who has gone far beyond his guru, who is Narada. We say the first one, when we talk about the bhaktas of Narayana, the first one who takes the rank is that of Prahlada, Nishkamya Bhakti. As a small child, he had that Bhakti. And if he is coming as Raghavendra, then that is how saints are sent, right? So the concept of Mukti got very gleaming for me. Okay, so Mukti is also not there. What are you going to do? So she keeps sending people again and again to talk about her. These are the people who she chooses and she keeps with herself. Like her Shakti Chainyas are coming again and again and again doing the same work for her. So then I'm wondering, who will be the people, who will be her devotees? Are there any charitram where devotees have gone to mukti? And now, when I say mukti, it's not that when you are dead you will go to her. I'm talking about Jivan Muktas, people who have realized Amba, who are walking, living, breathing entities while they are living in their body, who have realized and embodied Amba in their living self. Their chitta is her, their breath is her, their vak is her, everything is only her. So they are called Jivan Muktas. We are talking about Jivan Muktas. So the concept of mukti is also very gleaming. So you say you will not give mukti, you will keep sending people to talk about you and do the Deva Karyam, that Deva Karya Samudyata. She said, Ning Lalitambika itself to do Deva Karyam. Mata Kali's daughter is Lalitambika, right? When she is the Guru Mahavidya. So there is a small trick that she plays in the life of Kalidasa. And it is also why Kalidasa was reborn as Shankaracharya in Kanchi Kshetram. We need to very carefully see. She has put all these stories and she wanted me to connect the dots. You get it? This is how she's speaking to me. That's why I say it is her, it is her, it is her, it is not me. So, what happened in Kanchi Kshetram was the Raja, I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names. I don't remember which Raja it was. So that Raja had Dandi, Bahupati, and Kalidasa as their court poets, and all of them were equally good. So he is coming to Varadaraja Kshetram, Varadaraja Perumal, who is in Kanchi Kshetram, and he says, the Raja notices that today I somehow sense that the Perumal is looking, kind of lowering his eyes and looking his chest. Immediately, a poet called Dandi, he made a shloka saying, you know why? He made a poem that says, Raja felt that the Varadaraja was looking at his chest because Varadaraja Perumal is thinking, Raja's Pattamahishi is so grand and so beautiful, is the one who is in my heart residing. The Lakshmi, has she gone and stood there? I thought she is here. That's why he is looking at his Vakshasthalam. Immediately he made that poem. And Raja was like mesmerized at this. So the Raja was asking to goddess on who is the best poet among the three poets that I have in my court. And immediately, I think Kalima at that point says Dandi. And then Kalidas was like, what are you saying? Is it not me? You don't like me? And I think he says something like, Ennadi solra? Something like that. For which there is a story that he was reborn in Kanchi Kshetram as Muka. Muka means a person who cannot speak, who is physically differently abled in the sense as he can't speak. Dumb. So he's sitting as a small young boy in Kanchi Kshetram, not knowing anything about his past, but he's always in constant desire to see Amba. And there is a very advanced sadhaka who is involved in Ingramana Puja inside Kamakshi Kshetram. And an old lady, she comes putting tambulam in her mouth. And among the so many people who are standing in the queue, she sees these two people, one small boy who is not able to speak, who is looking for the divine with such crying eyes. Amma, he's, that ekam is there, but he's not able to speak anything. And there is a tantric who is doing multiple Shodashopachara, Upachara pujas in the most traditional way, in the most Brahma's way, with rituals, packed with rituals. And this party comes and she says, Kana, open your mouth for the tantric. And tantric in the sense he's a Satvik Upasak only, because this is happening after the time of Adi Shankara. So when that is happening, immediately Amba says, okay, we don't know that it is Amba, right? The tantric also did not know it is Amba. And he's like, shoo, go away, I'm doing my puja, don't disturb me. And he shoos her away. This baby, this boy, the small boy who is sitting, he's like, he's able to see that it is Amba. And this tantric is shutting this boy and the lady who has come. Because of this lady only, this boy is, he's making the sounds, and he says, go to him. Amba comes directly to this boy. She asks him to open his mouth. And when he says, the tambulam, tambula purita mukhi dati me kusuma prabha. So the one who loves betel leaves, the charu, the betel leaf juice that she was chewing, she put in this Mooka Shankaracharya's mouth, and he had become the Pitadipati, Mooka Shankara. He became one of the Shankaracharyas in the Pitam. And then he got the speech, and he had written so many slokas, out of which one was Aryamba Shatakam. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Very clearly, she did not want me to get into the story that I wanted to share in the video. So, and I also felt that the video was abrupt. So I kept asking her, "What are you planning?" So this is the day 2. I'm wearing the same dress for you all to understand that it's the same continuation of that video. So I wanted to ask her, "Do you want me to post this video or not? What is happening? Why did you stop it in the between?" And I had a lot of doubts. So this happens every time I do a video. I keep listening to the video many times, and I feel I should completely redo the video. This is not what I wanted to speak at all. And then it'll come to my sense that you're not the one who's speaking. This is not what you want. Then immediately I will feel, no, I will redo the entire video. And then when I listen to my recording, I will feel like, oh my god, I don't know if I'll get back this flow. So that's what I have been telling you. It's not like I prepare multiple times. I know all the stories and then I speak to you. Some things happen on its own. And again, when I was thinking about redoing this video, apart from my head, it came out and it said, this is like the typical 4 ways of Brahma, right? Perfection. In perfection, where does it lead to? Perfection in chanting, perfection in feeling that you only need a guru, only then you can go in this path. So many people are commenting that my pronunciation is not perfect. I think what Amba, finally I understood that what Amba wants to say everyone is, go ahead with the focus that she's your mother. Look at me, I have no qualifications. The only thing I know is the mother. So do you mean to say that I will not go to mother only if I know everything about her, only if I know properly how to pronounce her, only then Amba will come to me? Are you trying to say that to me? You know who's my Parama Guru, Parameshti Guru? My Parameshti Guru is Bhama Kepaji, Shri Bhama Kepaji. You know how he was? He though born in a Brahmin family, he did not know how to chant mantras or how to do anything. Yet he lived as a walking Bhairava, and that is his path. So coming in his path, if I'm going to go back and say no, my pronunciation has to be perfect, the way how it falls in my video has to be perfect, I need to edit and cut and paste and all that, if I keep going on into the same boxes. So Amba just said, go do whatever you want, I won't guide you. And then I was like, why are you putting me through confusion again and again? It's very difficult for me to break this confusion. The breaking, this is going into the subtler aspects, right? That breaking is nothing but breaking your own patterns and saying Ambal will come any which ways. What is there, what is she asking through you is only that deep devotion, is only the trust that she will definitely come. So there have been 1,000 births where you have perfectly done everything, and we are again coming back. Then what are we trying to learn? She is there in imperfection as well, right? So there have been so many births. எனையோர் வேடமிட்டுலக நாடகரங்கில் ஆடவிட்டாய், என்னால் இனி ஆட முடியாது, திருவுள்ளமிறங்கி ஆடினது போதுமென்று ஓய்வளிக்க உன்னை அல்லால் வேறே கதியில்லை. உலகெல்லாம் ஈன்ற அன்னை. She's the mother who created everything in this world. She's the one who created perfection. Now from my lens, perfection looks as a maya. So I want to keep cutting it. I want to keep cutting and say, Amma, I want you. It's not that I will see you in the smaller aspects, I will see you in the bigger aspects, I will see you as knowledge. I have seen all that. Now I want to see you. What is your real Rupam? Now if you say Veda is her Rupam, the entire Prapancham is her Rupam, we have seen all that. There is something beyond all this rising. I want to see that. I'm here. Take me. I'm here. I know nothing. I can make thousands of mistakes. I may not even have a guru. But all I seek is only you. So many people have asked if they can chant Lalitha Sahasranama. And I saw a comment where someone said if you chant Lalitha Sahasranamam daily, some husband and wife problems and all will come. See, which ways people who don't chant also get a husband and wife problems. Don't attach your physical things with spiritual things like these things. I have also heard my Gurunatha gets really angry when someone says, Ambal should not, Kali Mata should not be kept inside the house. When you see Krishna, Krishna, we all say Krishna is a very Saumya, is a very loving deity. When you look at Krishna itself, you will feel so much of compassion in your heart and all that, right? There have been people, I have heard my own family people say that the Krishna who plays the flute, that picture should not be inside the house because they will say that it will blow the house or whatever it is, all this crap. Now, if we say that to Krishna, how about Kali? Where are you ascending? This is why I say don't stick yourself into these concepts. Now, for what will you need a guru? In my earlier video, I said I think there was a little I won't say miscommunication. There was a little clarification that is needed from my previous video where I had mentioned that Paramacharya had said don't venture into Kundalini awakening. Now, I want to clear this aspect. A guru is needed when you are going in the path of Kundalini awakening. Now, to chant Lalitha Sahasranama, Ambal has decided that it will no more be Rahasyo Parimaha Rahasyam. And there are so many words, Rahas, Tarpana, Tarpita, do everything in a very secretive way. Ambal loves secrets. But the point is, if she has broken and given it to so many people, start chanting Lalitha Sahasranama without having any apprehensions. Now, when you ask me how I know to do bhakti is Nishkamya Bhakti. If you have so many desires, go for it. Now, the only thing, the only assurance that you need is, I'm going towards Amba. Gurunatha also says, when Bhairava Nama sprouted and it went viral, the only thing that you need to be very strong in your heart is give Bhairava come as my Guru. Bhairava come as my Guru. That was my ask as well. And Bhairava has come as my Guru. So now just understand, okay? When you are going in the path and she sees you, she will guide you. So many people are saying that you had this thought and my video popped on your feed. Now, Ambal is talking through AI. Ambal is talking through the super consciousness that has manifested even as a computer. She has manifested even as a computer. Then where can we find faults? Where can we find flaws? If you are still finding flaws, then the flaw is also a part of you. We need to ascend above that and see that in flaw is also Amba is there. That's how I want to see everything. She's there everywhere. I accept the cleanest of the cleanest, pure of the purest of the purest, and dirtiest of the dirtiest. In fact, I will tell you one small thing. When I had just started the puja, when I had just started, when I was, I think, 16 or 17 years, I've had multiple experiences before that as well. But one small experience I will tell you. When I was driving in early morning for my CA classes, at that point, when I'm coming back, there used to be this kupalari, garbage truck, okay? You know how stinky they are, right, when they go? In that stink, so sometimes I get this, it's very difficult to put in words. Sometimes I get this feeling in the throat. It's a very sweet sensation. It's like the nectar falling in. And along with that, I also get a sense of fragrance. Generally, these are the subtlest of the subtlest. It cannot be compared to anything which you know. But if I have to compare and tell you, it's the fragrance it's something very similar to compare at the time of blossoming of coral jasmine. If you know the flower coral jasmine, at the time of blossom there is a smell, and that is, I can't compare that aroma with anything. Even after it blooms and it comes out, the smell is very different. Especially when the parijata is almost in its last time, the smell is very, very different. But at the time of blossom, that smell, I used to get that smell when that aroma, the Sudha Sara Vivarshini happens, okay? So what happens is, what happened on that day, when I was going on the truck, the garbage truck was so badly smelling, and in that bad smell, I'm able to sense a bit of this smell. And I'm like, what is happening? So in everything, so there is a beautiful song again, because Mahakali is the giver of all this knowledge to our great Mahakavi Bharatiyar. Bharatiyar is also Kali Upasaka, right? So சிப்பியிலே நல்ல மூத்து விளைந்திடும் செய்தி அறியாயோ, கூப்பையிலே மலர் குஞ்சும் கூருக்கத்தில் கோடி வளராதோ, நன்னெஞ்சே பகைவனு கருள்வாய், பகைவனு கருள்வாய். Thank you for the opportunity that is given. Thank you for the clarity that I have had today. There have been so many revelations, and I know typically where Amba has stopped me from speaking. And how I say Amba is the one who is stopping me is, I know I want to speak, I know these thoughts are coming, but it stays in the thought. I don't want to speak. There are a lot of thoughts that are going around, but some I want to voice out, some I know for myself and I want to keep it. I don't want to say certain things. That is how I say that Amba doesn't want me to speak those things. Para pratyachiti rupa pashyanti paradevata madhyama vaigari rupa bhaktamana sahamsika कामेश्वर प्राणनाडी कृतज्ञा कामपूजिता शृंगार रस संपूर्णा जया जालंधरस्थिता. जय श्री भामा केपा, जय श्री श्यामा केपा, जय श्री गुरु प्रवीण राधाकृष्ण, जय गुरु परंपरा केपा परंपरा.